Republic, aka the Pink, and welcome to the Pink Republic TV. Let me tell you, we have been struggling with network. You know, this network thing that have been happening. So just don't mind our network. We have been struggling with network. I'm sure by in 2 weeks' time, plus the cable they claim, plus everything that have been happening, we come back to normal. We've been when you say when you are struggling and recording is easy. Sometimes when you are recording, you just see trying to connect, trying to connect. Thank God that my show is even every Thursday, because you know why? Thank God. Friday, that is the day. Almost every is like everybody will be social media. So it's like the two. So thank God, because some people in their offices they don't allow socials. So at least it give us way and time for us to record what we want to record. So we have two hot topics today. Two hot topics for today. So if you are following my blog yesterday, I blogged about traditional religious. Let me on this data for this phone so I can use the internet. Traditional worshippers, they want their traditionalists urge the government to make traditional religious knowledge subject to be taught school. Then the second hot topic is tackling insecurity, the way forward. So we also have a guest, but we'll call the guest after I've analyzed some entertainment news that have been going back and forth in the industry. His name is Dr. Champion Mike, workers journalist, health therapist, public analyst. So we call him after an analysis. So the Real Housewife of Lagos was uploaded officially yesterday on Showmax, just in case you have Milan. And it was a little bit disappointing that out of the whole seven ladies that was supposed to be the show, I would say physically appeared in the reunion. And Toyin, you know, Tiana is very sick. She had an operation, so she's excluded. But how mature she behaved, sent in a video, you know, to show her health. Talked about one or two things. And do you know what I like about Toyin? She knows what they call business opportunities. Okay, it's on. So business opportunity, she said it that she joined the show to grow. Some people actually join most of all these things maybe to just come and cost. But she's a very strategic person. She went straight to say she purposely joined the show to grow her business and to showcase her talent to the whole world. Yeah. Most people don't know that there was an animal kind of thing, like one show that thing that she was doing. So an international designer copied it and even gave Kylie Jenner the same kind of blood to put on. But Tony Lamani has been that is Tiana. Nigerians, we are very talented. We should learn to encourage our own. And when we encourage our own, you see prosperity following us. We know how to drag down ourselves on the internet. I remember when Anthony Joshua was complaining that when he lost, the way Nigerians came for him. But he will not stop loving us. But he now what it is to become a Nigeria. They praise you when you are growing up. And they match you. Not to say they won't put you down. Follow people match you. You know Femi Adeboya saga with declaring a transgender, a cross-dresser as the best female category. You know why people are shouting? Because I keep reading comments here and there. What they are saying is that it's the best dress that show is different from the understand? Don't categorize male and female and make a male to win in the female category. That is what they are saying. People are saying that, but he is a female. Can his driver's license? Is he still bearing the name son his mother gave to him since he was born? No, we have to know, Nabi. Has this one affidavit that he's no more his father and his mother gave to him? Some people don't know the legal implication of what happened. There are laws in Nigeria, and they say 14 years. That is only when you are doing it for entertainment. But for him to be declared means it's against the law. And according to a video that the Musa lady, she told that Femi Adebayo has been invited by the list, but it has been back and front. I know, because most of us are not very good with the Yoruba language. Most of the things they are saying, their videos, they are saying, which they just put interpretation. So grab this, you know. But the entertainment industry, as I can tell you, the internet is hot concerning the Bobrisky saga with Femi. And it's the film Beast of Two Worlds. You're not hearing it. The only hearing is the Bobrisky story. Because somebody that loved every of Femi Adebayo's movies. But I'm not going to say people pushing on the trailer. Let's talk the trailer. I have been searching everywhere to see the trailer. I'll only stop being on it from somewhere. But the trailer should be more, because the name of the movie is only being attached to it. If you don't see Bobby, you don't see these two words. And you know that film must have been, the money must have been spent. A lot of people claim that, oh, maybe he paid. They will say because he's mommy of Lagos that he won. A lot of theories here and there. But I believe that when they are lost, when they told him about the tax, what did he say? He picked up the coin and looked at it and said, in his head, 9 days there. Adi, give it back to Caesar. If it's money once, it's his head, it's his money. But a lot of people have misinterpreted that. And they say, give it to Caesar, not what saying. Because the way you read your Bible is you want to understand it, not the way you want for knowledge sake. The coin, it was said that here. So if you Caesar say tax, this is money, but you, because of say you want to do bad thing, you go and carry one ID and say, let's give it to Caesar. What to Caesar? Let's be very careful in this country. There are laws. Remember, I'm a lawyer, so I will always maintain what the law states about the LGBTQ community. If they are not recognized and there are jail terms attached to it. Talking about the traditional religion, a lot of people like saying, God forbid, God forbid. As you see me like this, during my stay in LASU, before I went to law school, most of my elective, I took Islamic law. Yeah, most of my electives, I took law because I just wanted to know what is inside this religion they're talking about. No knowledge is wasted. If you want to put their traditional belief in this thing, they should not put it in a way that children will be forced to be knocking kunkum. They should share it in the form of, you understand how this the Orumi Labi, Amadioha, all those things came about. You understand? Let children learn it. That it is what our forefathers were doing around Jesus. But I will not like, maybe if I have children in future, children will not get one painted eye and come and say that day is for, we are doing traditionalist day. That I will find offensive. But if they want to teach you for purposes of history and for you to understand them better, I don't see it's a bad idea. Because I've read so many spiritual books for the sake of knowledge. I have, when Z Word, I also have a sister-in-law that is Indian. When Z Word started, all those things they are doing. I was like, do you know what? Before somebody will start confused about one or two things, I have to go to Google. Google is your fight. I Google what is Krishna, what is reading. And funny enough, most of all these books, they are preaching peace. That is the funny thing about it. They are talking about peace, 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 peace. So knowledge is not wasted, but don't force the child. Don't push it down the child to do what he or she is not supposed to do. Do you understand what we are saying if you are listening to me at home? Because I know that some people are started shouting God forbid. So before you start shouting God forbid, why not separate the difference between what and me? So that somebody can't do you magic. You don't understand? Every time I'm always at the Lagos Museum, people don't know why. I stated, let me tell you, there's somebody I know. I didn't know that person is a member of Ubuni. It was because I'm always visiting the museum and I saw all their signal that they displayed here. When I saw it in the person's house, I already know who the person is, Abi. And I'm very, very careful and treading carefully with that kind of person. Because I know, say, this is what the person is doing. But when you don't know, you will fall into problems. Because you might even go when you are not supposed to go there. You started trying to know that, oh, you understand? This, that. It's better you know than you don't know. So people always say, it's better you don't know anything. What you don't know will not kill you. So let me go back to the Real Housewife of Lagos. Like, I'm sharing my disappointment in Tanya, Matayo. I'm sharing my disappointment with Yabojo. And every one of them. Because if you say something, I always say people, when you gossip somebody, when the person or the fight, when they call you to come and do, they call it kickback, like come and settle the problem. You know that you have nothing to hide. Even I'm also really disappointed because I was even rooting if I have our own reality show. But for them not to appear, to me, I see no reason in it. If you don't want, I know there's a rule, I don't know of Nigeria, there's a rule in America. Once you do not, on any of the Real Housewife franchise, once you don't appear in any of the Real Housewife reunion, you are no longer part of the show. And very fantastic outfits our girls were wearing. Faith Mo looking like the girl she is. Our 6-foot Amazon. Laura Ikeji. Oh, wow, I love that her coat. I feel like stealing her coat from. Everybody was looking very beautiful, but I was disappointed. Latasha of Lagos was the anchor of the show. You can go, it's streaming, it's still is there. They just uploaded it on Showmax. So disappointing that you say something with your full chest. Come and defend it. And if you do not comment say about you can't defend it because you are not there. And that's what people don't understand. They like disappearing when it comes to things like that. They just want to disappear and say, I'm not more part of it. Let me tell you, the recent thing, you dey guilty. What did they chase you? If they call you bully and you're not a bully, when you come there, you tell them why you acted that way. It's a reality show, so we believe everything that is happening there. That's why they call it a reality show. You can't be telling us on social media that everything is scripted. As in, are you telling us that the house you claim to be your house is not your house? So this Easter, today is holiday. I always tell people that, imagine yourself, Judas, people that like betraying people, warming up to betray the Lord. They've kissed Jesus on the cheek. There's a lot of Judas out there, and you'll be watching the Judas story all the time, and you still don't understand that the story is also speaking about you. You like betraying people. In short, you even strategize to betray others. Some people, that is their life. How do I betray this person? Kim Kardashian came out. She told us why she, at least everybody has been wondering why she and Kanye West broke up. And Kanye has been flaunting his new wife, is it Bianca Cesaro? That lady now, because of the nudity, you know, she nude. She has gone to France, dressing half nude. There's one cloth she was like, she was so like naked. And now France is trying to file a charge because it's a crime in France to go nude. You know, the Europeans like, so there was a law that to curb it. Don't go nude in public. So she's going to, they are going to file a charge, France charge against Bianca Cesaro. But you know, the midst of the that's when Kim Kardashian in the show, she said, that this guy is the greatest rapper of all time, gave for wonderful children, but his character. Some men think that because they have money, that is all to marry a woman. Woman too, the way they check character, that is how women they check man. Men too get character problem. We cannot accept you for your bad character, and that's what some men don't understand. You have to also be good character. You cannot have a peaceful life with character because you think you have money, you can just be misbehaved. No, good character should be part of it. Who train you? That is the thing people will start asking. When you treat women anyhow, it shows you are coming from a bad home. You must have not treated women. That's why you saw it like that. See the way she does rubbish. She does not have character. It shocked everybody. Just as it shocked us as Kenya. Say, hey, no, I'm not African. No. I'm originally Indian. Everybody close mouth. Internet quiet. May God help us. Coming to Puff Daddy is raided. You know, most of the criminal allegation, Tupac, everything, one way or the other, Daddy's name is always mentioned. But one way or the other, he is not involved. But his houses were raided, one in California and one in Miami. And his two sons were also arrested. They said something concerning the basketballer and something like that was signed to him. Was into drugs. You know, a lot of people are preparing for Easter. They are now under pressure, Abi. How much is bag of rice? Still 80-something thousand. But not coming down in the market. The same Ugu woman last week, January, they come out Ugu, follow the rise with dollar. That is how we kill ourselves. Tomorrow we call government. Government. We call government on everything. Before everything that goes up in Nigeria never comes down. Government will bring it down. People in Nigeria bring it down for real. Bring it down now. Food stuff is still like they come down. When they follow the way they come down, let us talk to ourselves. We punish ourselves, and you will still call the government. Somebody that have bag of rice since January in his shop will be selling price as into the rice. And some people will be putting nylon or punching the concom so that when they put the rice or gari, even when you will measure it with your own at home, it will not be open. This is how we deal with ourselves. My fellow Nigerians, we should always think about our this generation that is coming. You know, Gen Z, like us, that they use me to train. These people they born 2000. They talk to you and they look at you in your eyes. They don't tell you good morning, they tell you hi. So just imagine the next set of that. It is our duty to shaping them that money is everything. In those days when they'll say, parents, your children, we are the leaders of tomorrow. Picking in a banana for Nigeria. If they hear discussion of years, we go shock. Discussion is when you were 50 years. That's when you had the discussion with it. Have you ever taken out your message to your nieces and to tell them what is going on in Nigeria? They go tell you. But you have sense. They have sense. And that's the mistake people always make. Children have more sense than you. That thing you are hiding, they already know. They know that the Nigeria is hard, but you'll be hiding it from them. Because when they go to school, they discuss. You say children don't know. They know. The discussion with your family, how you want your economics. Don't be shy to discuss with your children. Back in those days, that's what I was even asking my nephew. Back in those days, the economy they teach us, I don't know if they taught them 101, 11. There's 10 or 001. I have not heard of that. I say shocking. Now say what's the meaning of it? I say 101 means you eat in the morning, you not eat in the afternoon, or eat in the night. That is how the parents were shaping it to you. So by the time you come back from school, so that one they are cooking food. There was a time we went through SAP. The whole Nigeria went through SAP. It was SAP in UK that was happening. It started affecting Nigeria. I think that was the time of Babangida. So what people don't understand that the more you do this, God is watching you. You know that you have the ability to use those man, but because you want to make them. I was telling somebody, my mama died, no died. All these people be saying, I want to save for my generation. I want my generation to generation. Somebody said April 25th. But some people are saving money, stealing for their generation to come. But you go surprise and shock. I say generation where that money go reach, the person go gamble everything. Everything you have saved, you just go for nothing. My mama died, no die with me. So sometimes people will say, I would like to have my generation. I want to give back to children. So I will not have my like you will not even remember say you get. We are always anticipating for things that does not concern us. We came alone to this world. We will go alone. So all those your words, even if you open everybody's grave, you go still see all their bones, cloth still there. It didn't go with them. Do you know what went with them? Their achievements and impact in the life of people, because that is what God said. How you have treated people, how you have dealt with people, how you have, when somebody said, I need food, you lie to that person that you don't have. People that even if the person is looking for 100,000, if you have 1,000 naira, you have solved, 99 is remaining. But you cannot let people just go like that. And you have, people are hungry, you say I don't have. But you have. You can't carry it to anywhere. This world ends. When you are wicked, you package and food. People don't read. Don't read the Lazarus and the rich. Which man no great give Lazarus? They give him crumbs. You still even they beg, make the people. No, when those people there, if they don't want to hear the preachings of God, they'll be stubborn like him to end up in hell. So don't be in a hurry. Nothing should pressure you in this life. Nothing. Because one, it's about you. Some people are rich physically, but is very poor. And that is why when they reach, they go, God will show the house they built spiritually, which is nothing. You have no mansion, you build house. If I would turn this place to a preaching ground, I have to bring in our guest for today. His name is Champion. Like I introduced before, he's a therapist, a publicist, an analyst, political analyst to be specific. Please, if you're at your house, please have together for him as he comes to sit down.
Thank you. Thank you.
Champion.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be here.
You're welcome to the Pink Republic TV.
Thank you.
And you have seen, you've heard what I've been saying, analyzing about the traditionalist religion that they are urging the federal government to impute in our educational system, and politics, security, in Nigeria. So I would like you to they've known you, but it doesn't matter. You can still introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm Champion Mike. I'm a TV personality. I do lots of talk shows. I also do lots of newscasting.
Yeah,
newspaper reviews, politics, security, entertainment, and what have you. And of course, a lot of entertainment posts, like anchor shows and MC for major events. All right, so back to the discourse. The first one on the traditional
religion.
Yeah, I saw that news, and the first thing that came to my mind, I didn't even know that you'd be picking up from that angle, was the issue of knowledge. For those that know me, they know that I've always been an advocate of knowledge over time. I read something in the book, and they said, if you want to hide something from a fool, put it in a book.
Yeah,
so I've always been an advocate of knowledge. Now, they say what you don't know is bigger than you. And unfortunately, too, what you don't know can affect you.
Yes.
The 2-year-old child goes to the kitchen and puts his or her hand into fire. That fire will burn that child. Not because he hates that child, but there's a nature of that fire to hurt. So, unfortunately, the ignorant part of the child is a victim of what he or she doesn't know about. So the analogy is this: get knowledge, get information. So I'm also joining the school of thought to say, why not? We can have such inclusion of the traditional religious knowledge into the school curriculum, especially for the sake of history. I was listening to the secretary of the Traditional Religion Worshippers Association, secretary of the Oyo State branch, Fayemi Fakayode, and he said something that was very symbolic. He said he feels bothered that most times our culture is being taught by foreigners. Yes, the things that are indigenous to Nigeria as a country are being taught by foreigners, by the whites. So, coming from that school of thought, we should teach you about your home than you that stays in the home.
Exactly.
So, for the sake, I'm not looking at it from another angle. Let there be that inclusion. After all, like you said, we have IRK, Islamic Religious Knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian, but I too did a bit of knowledge of Islamic studies here and there because I wanted knowledge. So it's important that any society that would advance or that would progress, knowledge is a key factor. Any society that is devoid of knowledge will suffer, and especially will be oppressed in the hands of those that know what they don't know. So my take on that is I don't see anything wrong in that. The clarion call for inclusion of traditional religious knowledge into the school curriculum, but with a rider, like she said before now,
with a
caution, yes, it should not be an extreme application of that. Just like we have, I like the example you cited. Your child shouldn't come back
with a white chalk on it.
Yes. What happened? I know they practicalized something on my face on traditional religion. I mean, you traumatized like Abba? No.
Yeah, don't worry. The generator will come on any minute from now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you can continue.
Okay,
they can see you.
Okay. like I was saying, I'm a very good advocate for knowledge, but knowledge should be with caution. So
Yes.
if the clarion call for the inclusion is for the purpose of orientation, for the purpose of knowledge, especially for the younger generation, which seems to have been our family values.
Yes.
If you check me, I'm a researcher. I've done lots of research. One of the things that we see, according to Amy Borrow term, the Gen Z generation, is that there's a large gap. There's a large gap between our generation and the incoming generation. Like you said, they won't tell you a good morning. They say hi. I was on my way somewhere earlier this morning before coming here, and the person beside me just said hi, and I said, "Oh, good morning," and she repeated. She said, "I said hi." I said, "Oh, sorry, hi." So no,
So the person has agreed.
Exactly. So I was like, wow. I said, let's not make a fuss about it. So there are things which we used to, hold to our heart as dear, as sacred. The next generation may not too bother about it. And one of them, let me quickly point here, is even respect for elders, which is already becoming eroded now. I was on a lift recently, and I heard another person, talking to a younger person, very younger person, that why do you have to push me when you are coming into the elevator? And she said, you are blocking the way now. So rude. So I said, Mama, I apologize. I said, no, not you, sir. I said, don't worry. I apologize. And I turned to the young person. I said, what is wrong is wrong. Of course, you say you're in a hurry somewhere, but we are all stuck here now. I mean, so what's the essence of your pushing her to enter?
There's no pushing.
So you understand excuse me, and you move or you understand, be polite. It's called etiquette.
So now, you said something about etiquette, because
please.
I know majority, 98% of the schools, they teach etiquette.
Yes.
And that is where our parents come to play.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people push into the school, they will teach you in school. Parents raising a Gen Z, have you ever thought of the fact that your child, that's why your child is not greeting? Because they've not really seen it. You understand? Because if someone has told you, no, that's not now. Maybe you make a mistake once, and don't do it again. But maybe they will correct you because they believe that is the way of life. Maybe. That I was wrong. I believe majority of Gen Z is misbehaving because they lack home training. Because I know my mother very, very well. People that know my mother very well, especially in the educational system, she has served the government for 30 years before she died. And mother is, they will call her, when somebody is British trained, they know that you don't beat them now. And before she will beat you, there must be a reason. But she has ways of even dealing with me. Doing something that is not okay for her, the eye she will stare at me in public. Ordinarily. I know that my mother is upset. She does not need to shout like, you like that. No. The eye she will look at me, really. And sometimes if she wants to call me, when her tone, like it's of her to call me Obi, or she call me Pink, right? She just hear Obi again. I know that. See, I will be thinking that something is wrong. It's that she's trying to draw my attention, something that I'm overlooking, or I've done something wrong. So the problem is that majority of the Gen Zs are pushing children to school to train. Notwithstanding that the school is just an institution. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And people you want them to train have their own problem. A teacher will come with a husband problem, and the teacher will say, "Man, I want to talk to you, please, not now."
Exactly.
So people are thinking that it's Gen Z. It is the women, the mothers, and the fathers from the old world that are giving to Gen Z. So it's not spirits that is giving them, right? Let's agree on this. So where did we go wrong? Our parents tell us we want to start being kind. No. The difference between kind and wicked. Some came overboard with all your bottom women, even in their married house. But you see all the mark parents or their clients gave to them. Look at this woman, that lawyer from Anambra State. You are using iron to hit on a child. That is a criminal offense. But I know somebody. So the internet has been this period that the cable they gave us 2 weeks. In 2 weeks time, everything is going to come back to normal. So champion, you know, concerning traditional religion, concerning learning, the word God forbid, where do you think we should draw a line? Because some people believe that since they are not in religion, since I'm not a Christian, since I'm not everything is God forbid. So I always see some people, oh, snake is a creature by God. The devil, I always say people, stop the devil. The devil did not create anything. He's just like me and you, okay? So people will see forbid bad thing, right? So where do we draw the line when you use the word bad thing? Okay, thank you very much. That's a very, and I will answer on this slide. I'm a student of English because I'm privileged to have done a few courses on English. So when it comes to words analysis and stuff, I can be very good at it. Now, of course, when you say God forbid, you're actually saying God shouldn't allow something to happen. Now, unfortunately, it has become a slang. And I say bad thing on top. They say bad thing on top. Some people use that joke. God forbid bad thing. Yes, they don't mean it. They just, you understand, not in that context. So they're either saying it as a slang or just, let's just say it, or, you know, like that. So, but in the literal meaning, I feel that such words should be used when it's actually, there's a need for it. For example, now if somebody says to you, God forbid, I just say God forbid, that you would die. I want to and maybe, okay, let me give myself, I was to pick an award somewhere recently. So I was about, and my people know I'm always very punctual. Yes. I left but a bit early, but I left a bit early. So I saw a bit of traffic just before I got to the center. Yes. And the co-organizer called me and said, Champion, you have never been late at an event. Now, look at how she now ended the statement. Do you want to be absent on your day of glory? I said, God forbid. Yeah. And I said, I'm 5 minutes away. I'm looking at it. She now said, oh, I'm sorry, I just said that. I didn't mean that, but I'm happy you said God forbid. Now, she's now told me, I'm happy. Yeah, but you cancelled it. Yes, I cancelled it. I actually said, God forbid. Yeah, because literally in my mind, I know what that means. So, but I will not say the average Nigerian, just there are many words we use like that just for play. We just say them because it becomes like a common slang. Or my friend is saying it, I just say it, I don't mean it. But it should be used to connote when you don't want to allow something evil to happen. That's just like some people even use the word Jesus to play. But Jesus is a name in Mexico. Yeah. Jesus is still a name. I agree. But I hope you understand. Jesus, so that's why you must. I always say people add the Christ. Christ, to differentiate. Because that is his son name, his spiritual son name. When people say in Jesus' name, I don't know who you're calling. But when you say in the name of Jesus, Amen. That clarifies it. Yes. Yes. I love that. That's very symbolic. So, like example you cited, I mean, it's very, very profound. So I feel that it should be used when you don't want something evil to happen. Yes. Then you can introduce that. You understand? So beyond that, it should be like sacred words. But let me go back to our Gen Z. Yes. We are even trying to focus. Sometime last year, I started a mentorship club for a few Gen Z people. I have about 27 of them now. We talk online. We still spoke last night between 8 and 9. They try to come in for mentorship. Okay, this is what we are used to. Some of people of the generation say it's wrong. What is your take? We look at it. I love communication than intimidation. I'd rather, if I was in a classroom, instead of carrying a child and giving him or her 20 strokes of the cane, I would ask the child, you stole. Why did you steal? I've seen such cases where my school called me and I said, what happened? So this child would not talk and would threaten the child out of the hand, you can flog me. I said, let me engage the child.
And eventually discovered that the child was traumatized. The child had a problem at home, daddy beating mommy. Came around. And instead of them to engage the child, why are you not acting? Why not threatening? That's it, threatening. If you don't, I will forgive.
So, and the violence continues.
Yes. And luckily, I just stepped in because to see a child of a parent or a parent. And they said, champion man, come and see the child. If I beat now, you will say, you're always beating. I said, hold on, keep the care. I said, what's your name? I've forgotten the name now. A long time ago. I said, please come. Took her to the principal room. Asked a few questions. Introduced myself as a friend. Now look at me and say, you're not my friend. Okay, I'm not your friend, but I want to be your friend. What is it? After long 2, 4, 5, 10 minutes, she started to talk. He said, okay, just because you are the only one that asked. Actually, I saw my dad beating my mom, and he was even hitting her chest. And I tried separating. He flung me. Like he actually pushed her aside, and so she came. Dad so that thing was ruminating in her mind. Now instead of them at the school, the teacher especially to say, why are you looking different? Why are you looking moody? Now, if you don't write, I will flog you. And she got out her hand. I will flog you now. Not.
And the violence continues.
Yes, and keep flogging, and I won't write.
But you know, me, I'm somebody that came for my niece and nephew, but I use it on them. I just put it like this.
Okay.
So when they commit,
says
the work.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Once they commit, kneel down, hands up, and close your eyes. When after 5 minutes, I'll just say, start explaining. By the time they open their eye, the cane now is not in front.
Okay.
And now say, start explaining. They are seeing the cane, then the explanation. Their mouth, you know, when I after you put the God in there, they've confessed. Thank you. So what you will do as punishment, I'll say, we are all Catholic. There's always a penance. You say 15 decades of the rosary. Tell me, go and bring Bible. Tell me what Jesus Christ said. They'll start looking for chapter. You know, there's a guide in Good News. Find it. What did God say there? Then they'll search. So there are punishments. Punishment that what children don't want to do.
Yes.
But you keep putting the violence on. And they'll think that is. So I'll be from this and move over to security because the I want them to introduce traditionalist religion is because of new trend of the boys. A lot of them prefer short-term wealth to long life and poverty. So by the time they start reading about these things, they're engaging themselves. That's when we know the difference between the bad ones and the good ones. So you know, well, talking about people call them evil. But when I started reading about them, I found out that among their religion, they still have the evil ones. You now ask yourself, what is evil? They keep saying that the issue was conquered. Do you understand? So by the time these people are really exposed that babalawo you are going to is using this bad, that is the wicked spirit. We make them check carefully. Do you understand? So let's move on to I was impressed with our president. Because our former president did not attend the burial of one of the chief of, and that thing keep wondering, make me wonder about what is going on in this country. You entered there, but I was so impressed. I blogged the story, and he made valid promises, which is very paramount. Most people don't. They're in the uniform. Once you are all from the barracks, and he promised their houses and make sure that the thing they are entitled to living within 80 days. There's authority. People that don't like function will function. He promised their houses. Which is very powerful. Most of them are crying nowhere to go. Because once they're evicted from that barracks, where else? My auntie husband served the Navy for a long time. She might be watching, I don't know. It was a Navy, even going as far as he handles a whole ship. You know, I'm telling you, he was one of the best of the best. And if you see the bungalow they gave to them in that Navy town, very big one, the executive of the VA, because of the position of the husband. I was shocked. One after death, women and I went to meet my auntie to greet her. Oh, sorry, that your husband. She said those women that came, they did not come to. That's what she told us. They are inspecting if this is the house they are going to take. I felt so sad. Let me tell you, at that time I said I would never marry a uniform person.
That's very sad.
And this somebody that served almost 30-something years as an officer. And if she did not mention it, I wouldn't have known. No. I thought it was just a normal visitation. Like she said, those women that came, they will take over this house. If this is where they will move in, because you want to know if your house is bigger. I feel mad because I was even smiling at them like, oh, they came to visit. I was not happy. And now, thank God, she was working, you know. Yeah. She gathered money, went to as fast as Agbara to go and organize for her because they gave her time to vacate. So you see that at that time, the husband, I vowed. And guess what? When she was doing her wedding, I prayed. Because when she was doing her wedding, old pictures, say old pictures. God. Maybe people the husband, she was marching in. It was so glamorous. So I prayed that day that I wanted to marry a uniform person. But when he died, this day, I prayed again that I don't want to marry a uniform person. So I was so this I was so devastated that somebody that want to help you. These are federal government being paid by from our to come and do peace for you. And the organs are missing from these people. I wept. So what do you think? And what's the way forward? What are we going to do? Because these people are becoming too violent. And now today, after both of us, I won't blog the military has about 7 or 8 people wanted. And a female, a woman's face is there. A woman. You that can carry child for months, that knows the pain of having a child, you follow to tears. So let's speak about it.
Thank you very much. It's a very emotional one for me because I recall that when I heard that news when it happened, I blogged that story barely 48 hours. Yes. Sent it to a few army generals I know and a few military people condemning the act because, like you rightly said, I mean, there's no reason to attack a soldier. I mean, like I was telling someone during an analysis, I said, even at the battlefront, the soldiers are there. Their permanent right is to protect you. So, does it make any sense you are against them to kill them? It's not so. And of course, like I heard the president's statement when he said it was an unprovoked onslaught. There was no reason for that massacre. There was really no reason for that. All right. So I'm still finding one. Somebody was trying to argue that maybe one of them had issues with an army person probably before, and this was like a payback. I said, my brother, this you are saying doesn't hold water. I said, because there is no reason. And I asked him a question. I said, is there any right reason to do what is wrong? He was quiet.
They might provoke. No doubt. We've seen videos. But what people don't understand that you have to be smart. This person is armed.
Yeah.
Okay. I know somebody that was carrying a woman. The driver hit my car. And they were telling me, me, if you know me very well, uniform people fool my life. So that you see me like this doesn't mean I cannot do life. But I'm always very humble. I don't go around be using van. I drive myself. If there's no driver available. But because they see you humble, and they're seeing one person win over reach one rank. And let me tell you what this policeman was doing. They hit my car. I told them, okay, use hydraulic, right? Clean it off. Let's see the extent. And then they clean it off. They say, hey, we don't clean it, no damage. I didn't say anything. I said, we have to repair it. And they're like, 10,000 can solve it. And when they got there, they are telling the 100 and something thousand. showing me
To intimidate you.
to intimidate me that he was carrying a gun and is a policeman. And I went into the car and I brought out my ID card and I showed him. Do you know who I am? No. He asked, I said, what you don't know is who I am. So I don't need to tell you. Now you see my ID card, right? So let us pipe down when you are talking to me.
Exactly.
So I can make one call to find out. I haven't told him we have to find out if, because I remember very well he said most of the people carrying, they should go back to the so why are you here? So I had when the you're Catholic, I'm also Catholic. We're not more discussing after showing you you don't know who I am. And the discussion moved from confrontation to him changing to I'm a Catholic. I'm like, shout, are you paying the bills or not? And the woman now came
down
and said, ma'am, the money is too much. Can I pay this? I said, now I have the intention of pimping this. I have other cars I can drive, right? But one way or the other, I've been like, it's not small scratch. Now there's a major one. I want to do it at once. So drop what you have, I'll pay the rest. And that was how we went. But what I don't like was that the guy confronted, but I didn't say much. I just went to the car and I brought out my ID card. And I showed him. And the guy piped down and said, hey, you're a Catholic, I'm a Catholic. And he ended there, right? You don't need to shout. People shout on the road. Shout. And you don't need to know who I am or who am I. All those things is nonsense.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly.
It's nonsense. I always say it's nonsense. And two, if you believe the man provoke you, look at his chest. There's something called a
yes.
If you be a loader for school, I mean the test, just they say 0 B1 because that time when you won't carry the shot.
Yes.
So I think they talk to you, they do B1001, B1001, B1001. Let's say one will go collect something for your car, type out for your food, keep and down. Because why? By the time you report,
yes.
they react. Pick it up. So let me come back to
yeah. So and like you said, and with that number that's all. You don't need to confront. You don't need to even start fighting. I put the rifle with. I mean, that's an extreme way. Like I've always been a preacher of non-violence approach to things.
No, but everybody gets violence in one way or the other. But you have to be smart.
Yes, I agree with you.
Look at the person that put police woman on the floor in Aja.
Yes, I want it.
And you think if this woman is talking to you, push your mother.
And that was so I condemned it.
I hope you understand. Yes. Can you even push your elder sister?
The answer is no.
As the woman is talking to you, if you are smart, just give 2 steps backwards.
Exactly. Yes, you are hot tempered. Don't put a quick tempered.
Exactly.
Just take 2 steps backward.
Just 2 steps backward. If she's even coming to you, she's coming to just say, "Madam, please, can you maintain
your name? Just stay where you are
and be calm." Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And be minded that I don't need to who I am.
Yeah.
But this matter might go further than this if you continue. They too are smart. They should even give you salute and move. But they don't sense them. Because if I did not show them my ID card, he wouldn't have backed. Because he was coming for me. He's driving alone. This woman is driving alone. Even if I was drum. But when I said, okay, let me be this here. Right? And the next thing he switched. He wanted to run, but he has to look for a like I understand. So we don't need to tell you that this one we no, don't need to. That's one ID card. And he knows that any lawyer flashing you their NBA ID card. That's what you don't understand about and especially in the media. I meet you or that more than even you. Some of them have never seen their ID or their commissioner in their life. But this one time, and so one call, we solve the issue. Some people don't even know that one time in my life we had 3 commissioners in my family.
Wow, impressive.
So police no be my problem. People no be my problem. But that doesn't mean I'll start looking for trouble. So that's why I always tell people, it is when you want to come take and further, when we reach there, the police station, I'll come say, okay, oh, yeah. Everywhere does is scatter. You know what I'm saying? You say, the police won't go.
Exactly.
I'm always like happy when they say, let's go to the police. I'm always like, let's go. Because me, I know say when you come who I am first before I can start making my own call. Since you have
Call, yes, call versus call.
So before we round up, give us 5 steps to curb insecurity. Because kidnapping is people think, see, let me tell you, I know somebody when even they use Palasa's phone. He know they need social media, but that man they don't kidnap him more than 5 times.
My goodness.
They won't block him for years, run. Now he don't dey for Dubai hide, they come out again. So it's not about when you pay some social media. People know it's real. No, like they flash out your shine. People know when it's good, it's not good. So some people always think that it's not what you pay on social media.
Yeah.
You understand? It is information. You have a big hotel. You are not on social media. You don't know you. Hey, so before we go to that spot, 5 to curb this insecurity in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. So, I actually did a conference then late last year, and I talked about the 10 practical steps.
Wow, 10.
Yeah, so I'll just give you 5 for the sake of time. Top 5. Now, first and foremost, we need the government to look into the welfare of security agents. The video that trended in December is about a soldier that wanted to travel to his hometown for Christmas. And he couldn't afford 50,000.
Yeah, he made a video.
He made a video. It was a very disturbing video. And
my salary is 35,000.
Yes, 35,000. So it shows that are not well paid. So government, for someone to bring out this in our mind to work well for you, you need to pay him well. Somebody said that if you pay peanuts, you can only employ monkeys.
Yeah.
So if you are, so let them. I love what the president did. Exactly. Kudos to Mr. President. Thank you very much.
He was there.
He even said something that when he mentioned, he said, when he mentioned scholarship for the children, even the one in the womb.
He used a mouth.
Yes, he said it. He said even the one in the womb scholarship. So the general of the service said, Chanda, did he include those in the womb? I said yes. He said so. You know, imagine how those videos.
Very impressed.
I was impressed. You understand now? I'm sure when other security agents watched that video or saw that, it's a way of raising hope for them. That if this man can have something like this say publicly for this one that's slave.
Me too.
And
my children will be taken care of.
It's a moral boost.
Tell me why America won the suit. Because you know that the government will treat your children well. You will come carry arms. Let's go to Vietnam.
Exactly.
Let's go to Iraq.
They're always willing to go.
They're always willing to go to the country. Nigeria always say if you die now they'll check my people up.
Exactly. All right, so beyond that, for number 2 for me is what I call community engagement. Now the federal government cannot do it all alone. The state government cannot do it all alone. Communities, the Okoma community that killed those soldiers, they know themselves. That's why this morning I was saying to someone that the community leaders, it's almost 3 weeks. What are they saying? How come they've not been able to say A should be picked, B, C? Because I tell people that crime is local. Yeah, that's one of my popular columns. Crime is local. Before they say, let me quickly check that thing. They say it's a rat that is inside the house. Now we tell the rat outside. In this house, will come inside.
My uncle is coming from. This one is in Nigeria.
Exactly. You understand? So if you have such community engagement, let us security agencies start working with community neighborhood watch, security outfits, work on private organizations. Let it be a collaboration. Work them too, because they can give them an information that will help catch criminals. Because I tell people, I know that crime cannot be totally eradicated from the society, but it can be reduced to a very minimum. It can be reduced. All right. So, and of course, we also need to see more collaboration between inter-security agencies. The police alone cannot do it, they need the army. The army alone cannot do it, they need the civil defense. I recall when I saw that an army, I don't remember his rank now, but an top army officer, when they dislodged the IPOB in Imo State, came out and said, the credit doesn't belong to me. He said, civil defense joined us, the police joined us. I was happy hearing that, because no island succeeds alone. Man is not an island. We are meant to work with one another. In fact, I tell people that man by designed to be interdependent. I need you, you need me. So if security agencies have more collaborative efforts among themselves, it will help tackle this thing. All right, so then going beyond that too, also education. I believe that we need to create more awareness.
Yeah.
Some of the people getting involved in this thing, their problem is ignorance.
Yeah.
The problem is ignorance. Some people come and brandish maybe 20,000 to you and say, "Pick this report, follow me, let's go and kill X as that person." I mean, you are knowing that you have not. Yes. So I mean, if the person goes there and loses his life, yes, he has also lost the 20,000 offer. But if the person knows that, okay, no, why should I take 20,000 and kill a fellow human being? I mean, today is Holy Thursday for crying out loud. Yes.
Judas is around.
Let's preach love. Let's say no to Judas. We don't need Judas. But let's explain what we know. And last but not the least, let's have more opportunities created. I believe that if we have the same argument, the devil's workshop. If we have more job opportunities created, more employment opportunities for our people, and people are engaged, all these too many arguments will not be there. You understand? So I just want to say that time has gone. I think with that, basically, I mean, we can be able to nip some of this. And there's something careful, don't be flamboyant. Most times, but thieves don't attack.
They're not, as you see, you use the word, it's a big word. What I'm saying is that when you use the word flamboyant, don't buy the real deal. Always don't go for the real gold, don't go. The flamboyant in a way, when they want, some people, when you pass like this, that's in they're no good. You carry gold and put in your teeth, smiling wear criminal. Yeah, yes. 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 Yeah. So you know that you wear costume.
Yes.
If they rob you at the end of 5,000, if you sell everything. So what is the need of them going for the year?
Yes.
So the people that should be looking out for the people that like buying the original deal. They like buying the jewelry. Kardashian was in France, a whole France. Anybody that knows that the highest number of thieves of artifacts and jewelry are in France. Definitely, she's always in France. If in France, you will know that. Let me understand. If you pass 10 people, 2 people there are very good with knowing that whatever thing you are wearing is original and fake. That's what people don't know about. So Kim Kardashian learned lesson. Notice then
she has been.
So she wears costume now. So you can enjoy living in the lavish estate that before person go come, they go call. Do the good cars. You are using a limousine. You are taking it to a rural environment. A rich man, instead of you go and buy so your mates are, you go to so that you be their king, right? Anything that happened to you there, they'll come chop breakfast, lunch. Exactly. So the problem about people is that they make money and they spend stupidly and not foolishly. So you think that people go to all these jails? No, they do because of security. Let God take control as the other one. But you can't help me, God will help me. Well, let's say our goodbyes. Before we have gifts for you, please.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you.
You can drop the pillow there.
Okay.
So, we want to say a very big thank you for coming to our show.
That's fine.
You know, you can't speak all these big English. I have something like chatted. This is something I want to also say a very big thank you to everybody to watch and the ones that are about to watch. Thank you. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. Next week we also have a musician that will be coming your way, and I pray he gets here because so insecurity is the topic ever since. In short, we took it so lightly with a big light glove until the children were kidnapped. And we should watch out. A lot of people think it's happening in the north, it's happening everywhere. There are now thieves going out. On Sunday, in our Catholic church, it was announced that there are some thieves, group of thieves that are going after people's cars, stealing from church premises around where they parked around the church, especially Toyota Corolla. That's what they've been picking up from most of the Catholic, very prominent Pentecostal churches. So I don't know your brand of car, but I don't think it's just Toyota Corolla, but I believe other brands too are also a target. So I want to also alert our police, their eyes should be on these car thieves that are going around churches, especially on Sunday, and even wedding places to steal their cars. Please help us out so that somebody will not lose their opportunity to come and worship you, God. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you've learned one or two things. There's a take home for this thing. There's always one or two things you always learn from our show. Our show might not be like the perfect setup. Are perfect.
I love that.
So have a nice day and have a nice time.